We're talking about the pickup artist, kind of dating coach, kind of. So to me, now they're all kind of versions of one and the same now. You get what I'm saying? But kind of tiers like incels, the MGTOWs. But there's a guy named Kevin Samuels, Sam, and I just want to put him on your radar because he's like this older black gentleman. I think I believe he's 50, so that might make him like, younger boomer or whatever. But he gives dating advice to a lot of like mainly black men, whatever. And
I just looked up his channel. It said the first video is "Are modern women thieves?" ?
Yes, exactly. This guy. So I'm putting him on your radar. I'm pointing at Matt Bender here. Shout out to Matt Bender. But I'm putting him on your radar because Sam, I watch a lot of his content, and then because of of my politics and what I read or whatever, I caught a lot of red flags. I mean, of course, of guys saying.
Yeah, you see a red flag in that question about whether modern women are thieves?
No.
Yeah, we're just asking questions.
Just asking questions. 1.2 million subscribers.
Right, but for example, he said wild things. Like for example, he talked about Thomas Sowell, and you should read Thomas Sowell. And I was like, wait a minute, Thomas Sowell, like really? But he's giving dating advice to these men / women or whatever, and he's bringing up Thomas Sowell. And he talked about, how when women entered the workforce, it drove men's wages down, just all types of like lunatic stuff. Now we can sit here and laugh at it, right? Of course,
right.
Like Emma's pointed out, that's 1.2 million.
Yeah.
And the format of the show, right? The format of the show. I'm sorry, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up real quick, but I think it's important. The format of the show: a woman would call in, and he basically, a black woman generally, will call in, and he has this kind of worldview where if you want a high value man over 6 figures, blah blah blah, you got to follow all these things and submit to a man, all this crazy stuff. But he has a huge following, and he's blown up. But there's just the reason why he's important, though, I keep an eye on him, is because there's just so much right-wing ideology, anti-feminism, women back in the workplace, all types of crazy conspiracies. I mean, and this guy is blowing up. And the last point, the last thing I'll jump. The thing that's really dangerous to me, because when I started picking up on, at first I was kind of like, he's like, just another one of these guys. He might be blowing up. His stars kind of cross like all these others. However, though, I started noticing a lot of right-wingers and white supremacists just subscribing to his channel because, again, he's berating black women and just women in general.
Sure.
Generally black women, and these guys will use the talking point. I just want to put him on your radar because I think.
No, thank you, because it's a part of the right-wing pipeline, right? I mean.
No,
Absolutely.
I would recommend Trevor Beaulieu of Champagne Sharks has done a 2-part series exposing the manosphere. Episode 320 is part 1, and I would really recommend people check out that because it's exactly the same sort of thing. These sort of like cross-racial alliances for basically misogyny and other sorts of right-wing ideas.
That reminds me of something. Bro Flamingo, thank you for that. We'll check him out. Appreciate it.
Sam, one last thing. Just to Matt's point, I'm sorry, guys, real quick. Just to Matt's point, though, there's always an iteration of this every generation. I remember the POAs, the MGTOWs, the incels. Now it's this whole type of thing. It's always transforming. It's a right-wing pipeline. Take care, guys.
Appreciate it. Yes.
Thank you.
That point is absolutely the case. We
should
keep
get
seeing
Trevor
that over
on
and
to
over.
talk about this.
Yeah,
actually.
that'd be a good idea.